Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the commentary desk for game number 4 of a best-of-5 contest between the Spicy Waffles and the Night's Watch. It is 2-1 in favor of the Night's Watch still, but Spicy Waffles in game number 3, bringing it back.
Now, they have an opportunity to still win the set, right? But they have to win 2 games in a row, and it's going to be off the advantage of the Night's Watch. Now, remember, if they lose this game, they still get to pick whether they want top side, bottom side, first pick, second pick, things like that. So there is a small advantage here for the Night's Watch going into game 4 and subsequently game 5. So
yes,
it should be their set.
It should be. They should be able to close this one out with, as you mentioned, with the advantages to choose their sides, choose their pick order, all that fun stuff. But Spicy Waffles, First Blood, Invade, it definitely worked for them. They showed
That's what they get for not buying wards.
With an advantage, they can win game.
Realistically, NQ and Zinder, one of them should have bought a ward.
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
You don't need that many mana pots.
I'm sure they will this time.
Yeah, they definitely should. So, production just said...
Peas and bees.
Peas and...
My God. Let's roll them.
Hey, look at that. And Night's Watch lead 2-1. They're going to take the red side this time. Spicy Waffles have option. We're going to start off with the ban phase, and I assume it's going to be Alquang. Alquang Bologna. That's what I'm calling.
Yes! You got Alquang at least.
Next up, we're probably going to see Sylvanas and Cirquette. I'm assuming, right? I mean, those are going to be the bans.
The standard bans.
Yeah, if they're not going to play Bologna, they're going to ban Bologna, and then no one wants to fight Sylvanas until maybe next week. Yeah, and then Athena's available. Rama, though, I think is key here.
I think Rama's the better pick over Athena in this one. Yeah, honestly.
Both. Wow, look at us.
Wow, we don't
have
today.
This information. We're just flexing right now.
Yeah.
Athena, right, going to be locked in here. Agni still on the table, has done very well so far.
I like Athena Agni here.
As well. Yeah. Oh, okay, they're going to grab Thor.
Okay, yeah, they've given up Thor, and every other game have the Night's Watch, and here they're going to give up the Athena Rom lane
Will
in favor of
Flurry Q play it, though? Because last time he had the chance to give it to Bushy.
Good point. Maybe it's not Flurry Q's preferred method of support.
Are we going to see a Ymir pick anyway?
You're going to draft it nonetheless. Yeah, we've seen Ymir banned out, so they would need to get him in this first picking phase if they wanted him. Oh, they'll take the Mankey.
All right, so my issue here is that Bushy has not been super accurate with his ultimates. It's going to be very hard for him to hit the Sacred Monkey to get into the fights where he needs to. So either way, he locks in Hunbat's. Option here to Night's Watch, where they're still looking for 3 rolls. Xbalanque going to be locked in for Mox, and they're going to go back into the ban phase where I can't assume that the Night's Watch is going to wind up banning Ymir here with Athena already on the table, but they could be that afraid of it.
Yeah, I doubt it. They're going to ban Poseidon instead, not wanting to have that. Well, it's one of the only kind of 5-5 matchups with Agni, right? I mean, like Agni's just such a powerful god. He really counters Isis well. You're kind of forced into maybe the Scylla or Ra potentially.
Tyr going to be banned out. Love this pick. NQ being super strong when he's ahead, even doing a lot when he's behind. Option here to the Night's Watch, more than likely going to be locking in their Guardian here, or possibly Warrior for their support role. A few big picks still on the table. Geb, Bacchus, both available.
Oh, you what, mate?
Kumbhakarna. Now, Kumbhakarna did have a buff from the last time that we saw him played a few weeks ago.
Attack speed.
He was going to drastically reduce your attack speed. When Mighty Yawn is max level, it's a 50% reduction in attack speed for, I think, 2 seconds if you're woken up before the Mighty Yawn ends naturally. Dude, I was hit by this the other day, and I came out of it, and I'm just like, oh my, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Kumbhakarna, the god of CC. The undisputed champion of crowd control.
For real. He has Mesmerize, his attack speed slows, movement speed slows, roots,
okay, check it out.
Banish.
Chaac is drafted by the Spicy Waffles. That's the only other god that NQ's shown any proficiency with in this matchup so far, besides the Tyr, who is banned as well, putting some pressure onto NQ. What's it going to be, buddy?
I mean, Hercules is still available.
Yeah, it'll be Hercules.
Yeah. Wait, come on.
Yeah, he's a jerk. Look at him.
Come on. He does look like a jerk.
He has a stupid little head.
That's a huge head. What are you talking about? Oh, his. I thought you meant the lion.
No. The lion head is well proportioned compared to his head. His head is very tiny.
Hercules going to be locked in here, so we're going to see a lot of the same, right? Hercules. We saw almost all warriors except for Loki today, and then Fat Loki as a guardian, I suppose.
Yeah,
but I mean, look at the top comp, right? They have CC out the wazoo.
Yeah, and then a hard carry.
Ooh, that's really scary. On the bottom side, it's a lot of movement. Hunbots, right? 2 movement spells.
Bots, Chaac, Janus, Athena, Ram, all mobility based. Maybe the answer here would have been an Ares. for the Night's Watch. It is Europe after all.
The only thing I think I would switch on the spicy waffles is they needed some kind of like team sustainability, right?
The Ra over the Janus, perhaps?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, something like Solar Blessing would have kept them in the fight forever, because with that amount of mobility, they don't really have a way to sustain. They're 100% relying on damage immunity from not getting hit as opposed to sustainability. Whereas on the other side, they're like, we're going to just lock you down in one place and watch Moex tear through your comp.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and introduce your teams. It's the Spicy Waffles fighting for their life in the Pro League. They are the blue squad fighting on the bottom of the minimap on the left side of your spectator UI. It'll be Game Hunter in the solo lane as Chaac. The Bushy in the jungle as Hunbots. Wolfie will be your mid lane Janus, and Flurry Q and Ninja Bobat will be your dual lane Athena Ram. Their opponents will once again be the Night's Watch, who only needs to win one more game out of the next two to secure their spot in the Pro League. It's NQ as Hercules in the solo lane, Zindern in the jungle as Thor, Carino mid lane Agni, Wolf of Elo Street as your support, Moex as your hunter, in the duo as Kumbhakarna and Xbalanque.
So on the top side, we don't see a single ward coming out from NQ and Zindern. Granted, you don't really see Hunbots trying to invade on Hercules Thor. Hercules Thor, I'd say 2 of the 4 strongest characters in the game at level 1 that you're going to see on that side of the map. Bellona, still very, very strong, albeit not nearly as much with the heavy hammer nerf. And then, of course, Thanatos, who is the long-reigning king of level 1 destruction.
Yeah, he just walks you down and hits you with scythes.
And damn, do they hurt.
And they hurt so bad. 1. Percent damage, bonus damage, the slow.
So Zindern's here. Again, I don't really love the way that he starts. I mean, if he had just waited for NQ to pull the creeps together, he would have killed all those creeps a lot earlier. I mean, he's going to be rotating and getting his spells off cooldown anyway, so it seems like his over-aggressive and anxiousness in the early game actually stops him from being as quick as he would like to be.
Yeah, and he rotates extra early to the mid lane here.
Well, I mean, even so, he's going to be doing a decent job in terms of farm. We're going to see, it looks like, yeah, Bushy's going to hang around in the solo lane as he has shown affinity towards. With this, I think we need to stop seeing Bushy rotate to the mid lane. It'd be much more prudent of him to go to the top side, take away those mid camps.
That mid camp, that's right.
I mean, he has the option to. They're never rotating towards it. They're going towards the other side at best, and this time they're not even going for the steal.
So yeah, he's going to help his mid laner farm up here, but it'll be a level 3 for Carino and for Zindern. Zindern, however, fairly low in mana, only going to have a couple of casts here to really try to get anything done. Like they'll just throw out a Mjolnir's Attunement here to help clear the way for his mid laner. As we check in on the duo lane, it's Flurry Q and Ninja Bobat versus Elo Street and Moex. And for now, this fairly awkward lane is Xbalanque and Kumba.
I love this lane. The only lane I like more is Cupid because it's so cheesy.
Right, you heart bomb and knock it.
Oh man.
Sniping Bobat there, but Kumba is okay at wave clear, and Xbalanque is
I was actually
okay.
gonna say, like, I think Kumba's wave clear is crazy good.
It has lots of good harass, and he can clear the way, but he's not an Amir, right, where you're really going to get lane control. He's not Sylvanas where you're going to get lane control. He can just clear and keep equilibrium, more or less.
Great play coming out from NQ. He hands the front line and then pushes him into the archers.
It's a kill!
Oh,
how did you make it out of there, Game Hunter?
Game Hunter threw the axe early to make sure that he could get out with the torrent, and one hit now. NQ has the boulder! Got him right on the mark there. NQ, first blood against the God Hunter.
First blood, big play. Here comes the Mez as well. It should be a second kill as well. And a Flurry Q, indeed it is. And the root hits to Xbalanque. Not getting credit for that one. It does go to Wolf of Elo Street, but this one is firmly in the hand of the Night's Watch for the first 3 minutes.
Do you think Wolf of Elo Street gets mad when he has to play custom games?
Why?
Because he doesn't get any Elo.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, man, it's got to be frustrating. But still, Night's Watch looking super strong. The one game we've seen them lost was directly because they just lost the early game outright. Wolfie and some made no trouble at all. I mean, he knows that he's going to lose that game. Did he just hand that? Did he just hand those creeps?
Wolf?
Yeah, it's not going to matter, though. Check this out on the right side. NQ actually taking the right camp. Blue, do they even know this is happening?
I think they do. I mean, Game Hunter's got to be calling him missing, and well, they secure both camps easy peasy and the first 2 kills. Yeah, Spicy Waffles giving that one up.
That is really drastic, right? That's a huge turn. It looks like NQ's going to lose all 6 in gold, but he's only going to lose 3 in experience, plus he solos the mid camps. That's a massive win right there for NQ, looking super, super strong right now.
Yeah, much less the first blood.
Yeah, right?
Aye.
So about 700 gold in the lead. Do we see the Night's Watch? And with that, a small amount of experience as well, most notably to the fact that Game Hunter about to hit level 6, NQ already level 7. On the bottom side, Flurry Q, level 5. No access to the ultimate. Not that he's really going to need it, though. There's no kill potential around the map right now.
Flurry Q makes his way back to the solo lane. Ninja Bobat eats another belly bump from Wolfie Illustrated.
I don't know if I agree with that one. I mean, he really should have just waited. The 150 damage he's going to gain off that would have been much better suited helping Xbalanque push the wave, but it's hard to argue against it considering that Bobat is not even making an attempt here to try to push this back.
I love that skin.
Which skin?
The Kumbhakarna skin.
The pajamas?
I just adore it.
It's a great skin.
He's so sleepy.
I voted for the golf one.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, because 4 is hilarious.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think I may have made the bad decision there because that skin is adorable.
It's great. What do you think? And then the Yeti skin, also coming into the game.
I had fun with that on Twitter. Everyone's like, look at this new Ymir. I'm like, who said this is Ymir?
Yeah.
I'm like, check out that horn, bro.
I'm excited for running the patented Ymir Kumbhakarna double Yeti lane.
It's patented already.
I patented it.
That's trouble.
Just like Sub Wars.
Oh.
Well, guys, it's 5 minutes into this one. It's 2 kills in favor of the Night's Watch. Spicy Waffles trying to make their way back into this one. It's 1 game to 2 in this best of 5, so the Night's Watch on game point and on, well, I guess Pro League point, if you will.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. And they're looking like this is the same pattern we saw from them in the games that they won. Aside from the one first blood they gave up in game 2, but they answered that back immediately. Night's Watch looking very, very strong right now. Only 600 gold in the lead, but that's not telling the whole story. The fact is that Chaac is getting shut down, right? And that's the big deal.
Yeah, Game Hunter, well, I guess Chaac doesn't really need that much farm.
That's true.
The only reason that he wants farm at this point is to get into that mystical male Mas Rapido.
Right, and right now, NQ has a much better chance of getting that very, very early. In fact, can we bring up gold in hand? NQ is looking at 1450 to finish that up, and he's sitting at about 700. We need about, I think, 2,050 or maybe 2,150, something like that, from the tier 2. So about 1,000 gold away is Chaac.
Yeah. So a bit closer there. About 800 gold a piece.
Oh, Bushy.
Bushy went in there.
Are you for real?
Wow, they're going to use the Athena ultimate as well, but they may be able to burst down before. No, Athena's going to make her way in. Bushy goes over the top, but he's stunned out with the Xbalanque ultimate. No follow-up. Up into the sky goes a Thor, and this time he's on the mark. Zindern secures that one for the 3rd kill for the Spicy Waffles. Rama ultimate expended on the left side as well.
Well, they're rushing down Janus in the mid lane,
Janus
trying to get through the wall here. Yeah, through space and time. He's not going to find the second one, though. At the quick juke and the separate portal. They covered the option. Moex had the option.
Yeah, Moex just missed that second in-hand that would have secured it.
Ooh,
Rushed the stroke a bit. Here we go. It's the Gold Fury attempt, most likely from the Night's Watch.
Yeah, I mean,
are they going
Chaac's
to
here.
away?
I mean, Chaac might. No, he's gonna choose the better option and just go for the farm.
Yeah.
Wait, they're not doing it?
It looks like they're not doing. I'm flabbergasted.
What does that mean?
Surprised.
Oh, very interesting. I'm Brandon. So NQ stealing away the.
Hey, he missed
Hello?
the driving strike. Is this thing on?
Can you hear me, team? Hello? I have no idea who got. It looked like one of them went to Game Hunter. I don't know who the second one went to.
Madness.
Madness incarnate. 3-0 though. Night's Watch continues their lead. Only about 900 gold or so, a little bit less. And that's going to do well for them, though. I mean, they're starting to really utilize that lead. The difference in experience is the issue here at 2,500 now, which is starting to take.
There you go, Bushy.
What?
He's a god. Look at him. He's just gonna 1v1 it.
Hello?
Why did he take all of?
They got it though. They got it.
Crazy. What a play.
They got it.
I mean, that's like he's like, I'm gonna start the Gold Fury, and the team's like, no. He's like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna die to this thing unless you get your butts over here right now. Up into the sky goes Rob, trying to put the damage out onto Moex. In a bit of trouble here. Combo with the body block into the Groggy Strike, gonna keep them in place. The double whirling dervish out of Xbalanque there. Thor stun. No, they went for the support. Curious.
Will he go down?
He might. Wolf of Ela Street.
Is no one gonna block this?
Yeah, why?
Do they not know?
I imagine that their comms were very loud and
Maybe it was he has Astral Strikes, don't bother. Will the Astral Strike apply?
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah, it counts as an in-hand, yeah.
I know it doesn't apply on hit effects. Maybe you need on hit effects. I don't know. I mean, it more than likely should apply. I mean, maybe that was the call, right? And it's like, he's going to hit me anyway, don't worry about it.
I'm still just this play by Bushy.
but Spicy Waffles are in the lead now in gold.
Yeah, like, he just started it, and he did like 50% of the HP to the damn thing before the team came in.
He did a lot.
And then threw the ultimate out just to make sure that Kumbhakarna couldn't close the distance.
It was a really good play.
What a play.
I mean, on paper, that was like the worst decision I've ever seen, but in practice, it was incredible.
Yeah, it was exactly what they needed to do to steal that one out from underneath the Night's Watch and get this game back to basically even.
That was the first time that I think Bushy has shown up in a fight to the point where, like, that was entirely him. That was a great call, man.
He won that early engagement and basically salvaged the early game for the Spicy Waffles at this point with that play.
And check it out, NQ meeting almost the timing as Game Hunter also gets in his Mystical Mail at that point thanks to the Gold Fury. That was very helpful. He's actually ahead in gold now.
How did this all happen?
Wow.
And you know what? If you think back about it, the only reason it worked is because he crit twice.
Yeah, I mean, 30%, right? Two times in a row. Bless RNGesus.
He crit twice. And because of that, was able to take it long enough and live.
I mean, they probably still would have had it, even with that extra damage, right? He had the ultimate. It was a perfect zoning tool. But, I mean, wow, I'm still so caught off guard. I mean, it's just such a smart play. Brilliant. So left side camp's coming up here. This one's going to go to Night's Watch pretty cleanly. Right side going to be fought over as you see the rotations coming out from the solo laners. Janus is here as well as you see Wolfie trying to make presence. But, I mean, NQ, it's really going to be the NQ versus Game Hunter show. It's going to come down to is if there's a portal. Like, where's the portal? They're backing off. The timing was just strong enough for the red team to get their entire team over there. Hand of the Gods might need to be used here. No, Axe not going to do any damage there.
Yeah,
they will use Hand, and they'll take both.
So the Mystical Mails are complete out of the solo lane. Both Hercules and Chaac with those. Hercules a little bit better suited to kind of aggressing the back line and running around, being unkillable. But Chaac brings some different tools to the table in terms of his massive AoE silence. Oh, speaking of massive AoEs, Kumbhakarna successfully finds 2. And they're going to go for the epic uppercut there as well. Boink. Athena comes down, and then comes Wolfie, knocking Athena up and away. Fear Evil used as well. Beautiful
ultimate. Spirit Gun going to do some damage as well in the sky. Rama looking, he actually couldn't reach. A little bit outside the range there was Wolf. So he'll be able to escape there. Still 4-1.
Nothing cooking here, though. Yeah, no additional kills. Still 4-1. 11 minutes into this one, it's 2 games to 1 in favor of the Night's Watch. They need 1 more victory. Spicy Waffles need 2 to take down this best of 5 and make their way into the Pro League. It's a win and you're in situation. And this is the first set today out of Europe. Coming up after this is going to be set number 2. It's going to be a best of 5 from North America, and it's going to be Scott Gandhi and F that on the call, guys. So a lot more Smite coming your way today.
With that Night's Watch maintaining their experience lead, still to the tune of about 2,000. Gold Fury, though. Gold in favor of Spicy Waffles here. Still, remember, 1-2. Night's Watch on their game, or rather, like Bart called it before, SPL points. And things are starting to get a little bit nerve-wracking for them, right? I mean, they have the Chaac in the endgame, not going to be as potent unless he finds like a huge 4 or 5 man silence, as opposed to the constant berating that Hercules brings to the table of driving strike, being on a short cooldown once Jotuns is going to be finished up there. But I assume next up on the docking is going to be Boots.
Well, I guess the kind of the good news here is that we saw NQ really work Game Hunters Hercules in the same matchup in game number 1, I think it was.
Very true.
And kind of give you the prototype for how that matchup can be played effectively. Now the question is, can Game Hunter emulate that, and can NQ kind of download his own play style and avoid it?
Speaking of playing effectively, that double tap was gorgeous. Will he do it? No, he jumped. There's no way he'll do it now. Thought it was going to be bold.
Well, we've definitely stalled out in this one here. It's been 4 kills to 1 for, I think, 5-6 minutes now. I think after that Gold Fury, everyone was kind of like, whoa, okay, and craziness. But Gold Fury has just respawned.
Wow, it's been 5 minutes.
It's been 5 minutes.
Time flies when
you're farming?
Yeah. Speaking of farming, Game Hunter and NQ having that slap fight once again, both of them with their heals active. NQ going to take a little bit more damage in the long run. No, actually going to wind up in a better spot there. Flurry Q rotating over, 4-man grouping here from Nox as they're going to try to work their way in here. Flurry Q's in some trouble here. Oh, no, he has gone completely out of position.
The CC chain is crazy.
Beautiful. That was World of Warcraft 3v3 arena level CC chains right there. That was some RMP stuff right there, man. Love it.
No, you have to follow up that statement. I'm not bailing you on that one.
What do you mean? Dude, Rogue Mage Priest? Dude, it's just CC heaven. you get the sheep off, right? On the whatever.
Poly into sap.
Yeah, exactly. You get the sap off on one, poly on the other, and then the priest. Just rush it down. Just do your best.
There we go. Speaking of CC, Wolfie's going to get CC'd out. They're going to use Zindern up into the sky. Athena ultimate procced out onto their mage. Through the wall he goes, but taking the Athena with him. No chance of counter initiation. Still 4 members in the mid lane for the Night's Watch.
Dude, Janus is just the coolest character in this game. Like, he's just like, no, I go through portals.
You know, when he was in development, I really wanted it to be, and it would have been horrible, but you know, like when you play Legend of Zelda and Link tries to push a block and he goes into that, like, I'm pushing the thing kind of stance. I wanted that to be how he went through walls. Like, you just kind of run into him and eventually just like, right through. But here we go.
Speaking of right through, they tear through Flory Q. Rama doing some damage from the sky. Gonna miss the big shot, though. Bobat not finding the big hit. And with that, might limit his damage here. In fact, he's a sitting duck without that ultimate. Rolling Assault not going to be big. We actually see a blink towards the left side here. Bobat very low. Needs one. Oh. Dot. Yeah,
the
poison.
Xbalanque poison kills him. Game Hunter. He's gonna now enjoy the CC chain of the Night's Watch. He goes down as well. The overcommitment so far by the Spicy Waffle. Spirit Gun comes through. He's gonna slow down Zinder. Gets the crit again, does Bushy, but he may get cleaned up by Xbalanque. He's trying to stand his ground. Perhaps over pursuing his Moex is coming around the backside. Is Wolfie.
Wolfie's in the back. He might find Moex. He dodges the unstable vortex threshold into the portal. Gonna send Wolfie back into safety.
They bought a lot of time though. Gold Fury still not started up and likely not to be taken or capitalized on by the Night's Watch.
And with that, Flory Q respawns to ensure that they do have enough safety to cover it until the rest of the team comes up. Bobat's up now. Game Hunter up in 10.
Yeah, and then with the Athena in position, no chance. And potentially Gold Fury going to the way of the Spicy Waffles here if they want it.
It's possible.
No. NQ is going to float around that area with that big fat Hercules and
they have a massive amount of vision control. They not only just gained it back, but they have 3 more sentries in the inventory as opposed to Zindern and Carino both having one, and there's a few other wards as well. I mean, realistically, Spicy Waffles should have no trouble controlling that area. The issue is that their gold difference is gone now. It's completely
all
even,
square and gold.
But that experience difference,
it's not that large. 3,000, it's meaningful but not huge at this point. Wolf of Elo Street is really where you're seeing it stacked up in the most meaningful way with a 2-level advantage over the enemy support. And especially being a god whose all of his abilities are CC, he's just scaling like mad with those levels right now.
Can we actually hover real quick onto Kumbhakarna? Now we know the Mighty Yawn is going to be max. He's going into the throwback here, which is a lot of damage, Bart.
Yeah, DPS-oriented build here coming out of him. Groggy Strike just going to be used for that root that it brings. The Mighty Uppercut as well is primed and ready at rank 2.
Zindern a little bit out of position here. He's going to be forced to use his stun there. Does some damage to Bobat there, but not enough. The double tap actually didn't hit on the way back.
Well, it was 4 for 1 for so long, but now it's 8-2 as the Night's Watch have really capitalized over the last couple of minutes, getting dotted out and forcing the Athena ultimate and the Janus rotation.
Whoa.
Wow, a big commitment by the Spicy Waffles there on the left side, and the Night's Watch sniffing out some nice game sense there. Now, a couple of big cooldowns used from the Spicy Waffles. This could be the Night's Watch opportunity to try to take the Gold Fury.
I do love, by the way, the ultimate coming out from Moex there. I mean, they used 2 global ultimates to try to work their way over there, and he uses one just to try to shut the 2 down. That's a really, really good trade. And Spicy Waffles, honestly, should take it. I mean, they should be forcing the Gold Fury fight right now, given the fact that they have a massive advantage. The only thing they have to worry about is the Fear No Evil into the Chaac silence, right? But other than that, they have complete control over this fight.
Starting up now is the Night's Watch. Chaac on the rotation, but the Gold Fury already at 50% HP. It doesn't look like this is going to be contested at all. A free Gold Fury to go to the Night's Watch right about meow.
What did you? I'm not bailing you out of that one.
No, you don't like the meow? Not a Super Troopers fan?
Oh, man, that was a big win for them, right? I mean, Spicy Waffles gained the lead off of the back of the Gold Fury. They wound up losing their entire lead off of it just by getting whittled down little by little over the course of the 7 minutes in between the 2 Gold Furies, and then right there they pick up another one.
So they've built their lead back up to, as large as it's been so far in this game in terms of gold, 1,400, nearly 1,500 gold for the Night's Watch. The XP still hovering around the 4,000 mark for them.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a sizable amount. It's basically a level across the board for everybody is what it's working out to. With the exception of Bushy, staying ahead of Zindern in this one.
Yeah, a little bit strange, but he's had a great amount of pressure in the team fights. The ults have been beautiful. The Gold Fury obviously was the best play of the game by a mile so far. But with that, if we get into the end game, right? Take a look at the build, Bart. Transcendence coming up next, right? He's going to be a very squishy target comparatively to the Magi's Blessing coming out on Thor. I mean, if he can get 2 crits off in a fight, it's going to... I'm sorry. That is not Transcendence. He just built that into Morningstar Speed. That's going to be a Heartseeker.
Okay, turn up.
I mean, I'm not against this. Heartseeker does 80 damage, Bart.
MS too. I mean, and it synergizes as well with that passive crit in his kit. Obviously, flat damage scales very, very well.
Yes.
With crit strikes.
And it's much cheaper, almost 1,000 gold cheaper, getting him into that possible Deathbringer as early as possible.
It's a little all in though. I mean, you're going for a snowball-oriented item from behind as the only hope for your squad.
This is the most all-in, right? Third item, Heartseeker is just like, this is it, boys. Like,
well, especially when like you're the guy who's ahead.
Right.
Exactly. You're the one guy on your team that's really keeping a pace for the rest of the game, and you're going to go for a high-risk play. I mean, Bushy could be the hero here, though.
But I mean, it's of all people, it's Humbots, right? I mean, if you're going to put all in on a character, going on to Humbots is not that bad of an idea, considering he has some of the highest damage in the game. He's like one of the few characters that can compete with Hunters. Most notably, I would say, after that, Kali and Mercury.
Yeah, but Humbots, he does fall off towards the late stages of the game. His in-hand is still very potent, but the ultimates become just so incredibly hit or miss. Like
Zindern off on the ultimate there. Bushy going to use his beads as we see the through space and time.
Beads 2 for the Humbots as well, so a big cooldown to eat.
Yeah, so 135 seconds, so a little over 2 minutes. Going to hurt.
Yeah, that's unfortunate here. That means that this tier 1 is likely to go down. I mean, it should be fairly easy to zone out the Humbots now, knowing he doesn't have those beads. Thor should be able to do it, or an Agni perhaps. But look over here at the Gold Fury. Indeed, it is Agni zoning out the Humbots and forcing him away. He's leapt, and now it's just up to Ninja Bobat to secure this tower, and he's been pushed off the mark as well.
I really thought he was going to teleport. Even with the root, I thought he was like already inside of it.
Oh, yeah, going to go through rooted?
Yeah. But no, Wolfie actually winds up taking not very much damage because Wolf of Elo Street's like, wait, why isn't he leaving?
Far right side, NQ continues to farm up. That solo lane going to try to push through the tier 1 over here. No, he's going back.
And you know what I like about that is on the bottom side, you see Game Hunter walking to lane instead of using the teleport, and that's such a smart play because if he teleported there, that was a free teleport for Hercules into this fight here. Floricue going to rush down. But they're going to use that ultimate from Xbalanque to shut down any movement there. Very smart.
Yeah, I mean, a nice play there by the Spicy Waffles to prevent their tier 1 from going down. I mean, it was pretty easy for that to be turned around on them, but the CC chain coming through from Kumbhakarna.
Preemptive beads from Wolfie as well. It's going to be a 90-second cooldown. Will they rush him down? His ult's already off. Zinder and taken to the sky here.
Oh, they're going to group for him.
Line.
He's going to get all three.
God.
What an ultimate out of Zinder. It's going to turn the fight single-handedly in favor of the Night's Watch as it continues to rage on. Janus already down. The Chaac silence hits 4, but there's no follow-up.
He's trying for it. Wolf of Elo Street going to banish somebody out for 2.2. Bushy going to come down at about half health. Remember, no beads available. Zinder looking for the stun here. They're going to turn their sights to Floricue, taking a lot of damage here, but should they be sending it all into the tank?
I don't know, because Chaac's moving forward now. It's a big taunt as well. The turnaround coming. The Fear No Evil. It's a double kill so far for Bobat. Another one to come as well as Wolf of Elo Street has fallen. They'll take down the Kumbhakarna. It's a 3-man wipe. And now they're continuing forward. Driving Strike and a bailout. NQ for the moment. Bushy going to try to slow him down here, perhaps, with the leap over the top. They'll take out Carreño as well. And the Spicy Waffles have wrestled back control from the Night's Watch as they turn their attention to NQ.
They need to find this kill somehow immediately back and find themselves a Fire Giant before they have a chance to react. Right now, they're splitting their DPS. It looks like they're not going to go for the big play. They're going to take things slowly. They're going to take the tier 1 and the 4 for, I think, 1 kill overall. Not a bad swing. They're going to take the gold lead back down to 100 gold. They're still probably down in experience by a little bit.
Crazy.
I mean,
that Athena taunt, you're absolutely right. They tried to dump in and burst down the Athena, but she was just a little bit too resilient with the Heartward Sovereignty online, turns around, taunts the whole team.
The experience difference is gone, Bart.
Everything has swung back to even.
Bobat here trying to box out NQ. He's doing a great job. Wolfie's here as well. Portal is very smart. Thought we were going to see the rolling assault. The rolling assault was the correct call there to try to stop out, give him the cripple. Zinder,
they don't know Zinder's here. He's going in on the Bushy.
Not going to get it.
Not going to get it. But Fear No Evil was used.
That's big.
Yeah, that's huge. That means this Gold Fury should be not that difficult for Night's Watch to secure, honestly. Without the Fear No Evil.
10 seconds on the teleport cooldown here. Game Hunter not going to be able to use his. He's already here. So maybe not wasted, but definitely not being utilized. Zindern blinking away from the Thunderstrike. Didn't want to take that 300 damage to the jaw. And with that, they're going to lose their vision. But jumping in, Wolf of Elo Street. Going for the root there. Going to be slowed out. That's not going to be an attack speed slow. Oh, actually, yes, it was, but only for about a second and a half, 2 seconds there.
It's not a long duration slow, but it is very potent.
Great job blocking the shots there and taking the vision back. Oh, the wall there actually winds up stopping the pull.
Zinder's going to get silenced out. No beads were active there. It does find a couple. This fight is spread out all over the place. The Ram ultimate trying to pick off Moex on the backside. Batz has found 2 out. Carino trying to make his way out of this one, but he will get shut down as the monkey just bounces around in the fight. Wolfie now forced to Aegis out, but it's going to be waited out by NQ, who continues to try to fight the rest of the team. In the choke now is where the action is, and it's a complete bloodbath. The Boulder doing a ton, bouncing back for a double kill. It hit 3 times on all the targets. Trying to charge forward is NQ, but just too powerful still is Ninja Bobat, who healed back up a little bit off that life steal, and that Boulder feels like it saved the game.
I did not expect the 180 from the Boulder. Came right back around to do as much damage as possible. NQ, though, not pushing the wave, actually choosing to go back. He's going to heal up and teleport in. Does he have the time? No, he's not going to do it. He's rushing back in.
Gold Fury, 40%, 36, 35 in execute range now, and does go to the Spicy Waffles.
Wow, Game Hunter, hand 3. Very, very smart pickup. Going to earn a big win there. NQ trying to clean something up off of it. Wolf of Elo Street going to run in, and we're going to see Zinder miss the ult.
This is a big kill for them.
Yeah, Bobat's a big deal. I mean, with that, they could back and maybe posture towards the Fire Giant, force a fight. They can win the 4v5.
They can certainly pressure it. Hercules buying them some time. Realizes he can't fight the Ram, but the reinitiation from Kumbhakarna is good. And it's 12 kills now in favor of 8 to the Spicy Waffles.
And look at this.
The gold difference, the experience, both trending towards the blue team.
We did see the teleport come out from Game Hunter. He goes to the tier 1, looks right at the Fire Giant. They're not as sneaky as they think they are here, but Game Hunter has found himself in a weird...
That is one of the weirder interactions you're going to see.
Jeepers! He actually winds up hitting him with the pole as the torrent comes out, so he gets the teleport, right? But the server reads it as the pole hitting, so he gets sent back to where he was.
That was great.
Love it.
I mean, that's like a 1/100th of a second timing interaction there, probably, to get that to happen. But
my favorite, actually, I threw my Thor hammer out and I teleported in Siege to the Siege minion, thinking that the hammer would stay with me, and it didn't. And when I teleported, I was in the jungle near my speed buff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, pretty crazy. But those little things happen. That's one of the reasons I love this game so much is the interactions are so clean. And right there, I mean, the game's like, no, this happened. Like, and it has to happen. And with that, I'm not 100% sure if the torrent went on cooldown.
Probably did, I'm assuming.
It could have happened either way.
Yeah.
But
who knows?
Spicy Waffle still has the lead in gold by about 1,000. And you can see NQ is still hitting level 21st. Despite the fact that his team has been going back and forth, both of these solo laners have been incredible presences. Game Hunter 1, 2, and 6, not the better slash line to the 402, but the Hand of the Gods 3 early put him in a great spot and gave his team the lead with the Gold Fury steal.
This game, this series has all of a sudden become very, very competitive, where it looked like the TheNightsWatch were way out ahead. The Spicy Waffles have brought this one back.
But she's like, hey, let's do things
ultimate
again.
used while they're in the Fire Giant. They're going to try for this play again, will the Spicy Waffles. TheNightsWatch is here with 2, not quite in force, but the rotation coming over from the left side. Fire Giant getting low, 48%, 46%, now down to the 40s. He's getting into execute range very, very shortly. Is there now? Who's going to get it? It's going to be the Spicy Waffles, but the fight is breaking out. Zinder in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to put it on in time. The silence is there. Wolf of Elo Street quite low as well. The Boulder coming through, and Game Hunter has a double kill already, but NQ finding kills as well, and the Rampage trying to bail out now is the rest of the TheNightsWatch, and NQ likely to be walked down here now as the Spicy Waffles pile in on top of him, driving strike away, mitigate wounds, but slowed by the threshold, and down you go. It's a shut-down streak for Ninja Bobat over NQ, and the Spicy Waffles, they're looking to take this 1 to 5.
You know, I love the play coming out, and right there, one of the most infuriating moves in the game. Nobody gives it enough credit, and that's Threshold.
Stupid.
Not only is it increasing the damage, right, for Janus, but the slow on that is like 50% or some ridiculous number. It's an incredible ability, plus it increases movement speed for your team. When this character first came out, everyone's like, oh, the 1 and the 2 are really cool, don't really like the 3. The 3 is like the most important part of his kit sometimes, and right there it showed you why.
Yeah, he slowing down the Hercules, bonus scaling as well coming out if you get affected by that ability. Yeah. And it gives movement speed bonuses to everyone on your team. It's actually very similar in application to the Agni Noxious Flames, or Noxious Fumes, I'm sorry.
Right.
Especially in old Smite, where Noxious Fumes lasted like 14 years.
His 10 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, and
5 now?
You just buy Gem of Isolation, and you could just zone out a team forever. Also, remember the Fire Giant pit was like, had 1 door.
Yeah,
so
you put the fumes in the door, and you're like, if you walk through this, you're slowed, and that'll stun you.
Yeah, it was really nasty. But that's kind of what Threshold is akin to.
So we're seeing Spicy Waffles make the plays, right? I mean, it looked like they were down at the beginning enough to where this game was kind of over, and then they make the comeback. And then
let's rewind a little bit, right? We're talking about Heartseeker Hunbots, all in play, very aggressive, as he's the guy, and he was the guy.
He has. And look at those stacks, man. Already at what, 6, 8.
Well, he's died a few times, right? But that initiation on the left side where his ultimate did tons and tons of damage, I mean, that Heartseeker factors in there. His ability to run down people with the bonus MS as well. I mean, it all just factoring in, and that play ends up being maybe more impactful than it looked on paper. But Magi's Blessing's out in force now on the side of the Night's Watch.
Yeah, check this out. NQ taking some damage here. They're going to be trying to work their way in. Threshold going to be used to try to chase down Zindern. Forced to use Mjolnirs to get out of there. They're trying to find a way in, right? It's going to be up to Game Hunter. They don't want to send Athena in to tank the tower. It's up to Game Hunter. Utilize that ultimate to stop the damage. But they're trying to play the poke game, and it's going to be hard to play that against Agni.
Yeah, still kind of running around with their heads cut off.
There
Going in with both of their frontliners is Spicy Waffles, the Night's Watch. They've isolated them out underneath the tower. The Janus ultimate coming through doing decent damage. The Game Hunter silence is good. The beads are coming out though. Here comes the ultimate from Hunbots to follow it up once the beads are used. Doing a lot of damage in the front line is your Ram. Up into the sky goes Ram, trying to knock out Carino. No one dead just yet, but push underneath the towers. Flurry Q taking quite a bit of damage, but taunting them back. He's going to make it out of there with his life. Tier 2 did go down.
Look at this. Zindern was able to heal up full, but he's not going to have the timing to come out, and the Phoenix still goes down. They have 53 seconds left on FG, and a rather healthy team. The only person not really at full health at this point is Game Hunter, and that heal is ticking.
Yeah, and they have an Athena ultimate as well to rally back in as needed if they want to go for more here.
And it looks like they're going to go for something. It looks like the Gold Fury.
Gold Fury is up and available.
Let's take a look at the charts here. They're trying to increase it by 1,500 more. Whoa, when did that happen?
That's what happens when you win 2 fights in a row after about 25 minutes.
Jeez, 9,000 gold. Going to be 11K in just... Nope, they're letting it go.
Yeah, well, it's a 5-man squad. Daniels coming out from the Night's Watch here as they...
I like them letting this go.
Yeah.
Just give it up. It's 1,500 gold.
Not worth the fight.
It'll shrink it down to 8,000. It's not that big of a deal for the Spicy Waffles to lose this. And despite the fact that they're down 2 kills...
In the base.
They're still in a great spot. Now,
look at the base, right side. That's a big wave.
Yeah, someone's going to have to back and defend that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big old wave right there.
And if they don't do it soon, it's going to hurt them. No,
they're 2 go back, in fact.
Yeah, that's smart.
So leaving the map open to the Spicy Waffles to farm away. Fire Giant back up in under a minute now. The buff is off, as you noticed. And, well, that's where the next initiation needs to go. And good on the Spicy Waffles to not try to fight that Gold Furies. It could have led into a Fire Giant as well had they wiped.
Yeah, it could have hurt them a lot, right? By the time they would have respawned, the Fire Giant would have just been started. By the time they got there, it's likely it would have been picked up.
Yeah, some deep-level smite analysis there. If they would have wiped, it would have been bad. 19 wards placed by your boy Kumbhakarna. But no, the real deal here is it's Janus.
Yeah, 15.
Wolfie dropping 15 out of the mid lane.
I mean, and that's what Janus does, right? He doesn't
Especially
need
against a Thor.
a lot of damage. He throws down a lot of wards and utilizes his movement. If he was any other mage, he'd probably have 6 more deaths this game.
Yeah, that's right. But wards win wars, and they're especially good against this Blink initiation and Thor initiation, all that fun stuff. I mean, it's just
But it's not by a mile over yet. I mean, the Fire Giant fight is where most games are thrown, right? And the Spicy Waffles have to try to control this. And it's not like they took a majorly amazing Phoenix, right? It's on the same side. They can push the wave down and still have presence at the Fire Giant cave.
Well, Fire Giant getting started up. NQ zoned out by Game Hunter on the other side of the map.
Game Hunter has that speed buff, which means he's going to find a very, very quick line. But both of them have teleport. It's not like they're out of this.
Game Hunter wants to continue to rat and spread the map out. Going to pressure this left side. Phoenix. NQ being called in by the team. Now going back to try to defend from the Game Hunter.
And look at this. Yeah, I mean, he's just going for the mid Phoenix here. Working his way over left. Just trying to keep as much pressure as possible. And NQ is just playing Space Invaders at this point, trying to defend multiple lanes from the random Chaac push. Also, did their entire team just back?
Yeah. Fire Giant off.
Janus, though.
Right side, though. Athena's still sitting pretty over there at the Fire Giant. Flurry Q.
And they have Janus, right? I mean, they could all back for free. They didn't really have much health or mana to regen. It was all about gold being spent. I mean, you take a look at the builds. Spirit Robe. Right now coming out for the Hun bots. The Rod of Tahuti is done for Wolfie, which is a very big deal. And there comes a Magi's Blessing, which seemed very helpful there for Athena, as she did get caught out of position there. And
under 1,000 gold away from the Deathbringer is Ram.
Yeah, that'll change things.
He'll be 6 slotted very, very soon here.
He has a decent amount more gold right now than Moex. He's about 2K behind, and all of a sudden, Bobat has been just showing up in spades.
Yeah, I mean, there doesn't really have much anywhere else to go with this build. I guess he could trade in the Aussie for a Bloodforge or something like that if he really wanted.
Did he just roll into them?
He did. Bobat feeling himself a little bit here. Going to get gas pedaled a bit by Moex, but Moex gets smacked around by that Janus ultimate.
They got to make the play. I mean, this is their opportunity.
This is their opportunity. That's right. Janus ultimate down. They can't drop ship anyone in. Zindern trying to move forward. He's going to get torned out as well, taking a nice chunk of his HP, actually, out of that Game Hunter combination.
He took
4v5, boys. They got to fight here.
How is Game Hunter pushing 5 away? His Mystical Mail actually pulls the Fire Giant. Not a lot of damage. He heals it up immediately, but the Rain Dance is on cooldown. But Bobat's already back.
And look at Bushy. He's just crushing that wall.
Bobat is already back, and remember, Moex's ult is already down.
Here we go. They found Wolfie. That's the target they need. They're going to pin him out as well. Do they have the damage? Age is coming out. CC chain isn't there. NQ trying to keep him away from the wall, but he's going to make it through anyway. They just did no damage to the Janus there, and up goes Rom, piling damage in on the Moex. Moex goes down, and the Titan taking damage as the minions stream in as well. This fight could very well decide the game.
They're trying for it. Zinder takes to the sky. He's gonna find one stun. Flurry Q getting low, but a beautiful counter ult coming out right there from Hunbots. They're trying to work their way back in. Spirit Gun coming back off cooldown. Is that a full CDR Janus?
Yeah.
Yes,
Kronos
indeed it is. Fire Giant not super low, still about 80% at this
Giant
point.
with a 3-man knockup. What a beast.
Yeah, that could be trouble. They can't really afford to miss that much. NQ right now does have hand 3, and Driving Strike being one of the most notable steals in the game. Zindern getting
That's
low.
A slow.
Bushy, though, overcommitting. He might fall for this.
He might, but it's 60% HP remaining on the Chaos Titan now as the minions continue to stream in.
Hey, for as long as they can keep them out, but the next wave is really far down there.
Yeah.
They're not going to have a chance to burn this down completely. Bobat's going to be sent back to the base, and the Fire Giant remains, right? The issue here is that the Phoenix did wind up going down again in that wave.
Right. And now falling back to the base are the TheNightsWatch.
Whew. Look at that damage.
Jeez.
That God Hunter, though.
Mystical Mail.
Mystical Mail is a very difficult item to use. It requires you to be near other people. Shield wall,
now
not
they're
going to find the second
NQ.
damage.
This could be pretty decent.
They're trying for it. I mean, they're dealing a decent amount, and Game Hunter answering back, which is good. And right there, Mitigate Wounds wasn't even active. They're starting up the Fire Giant again, and NQ just trying to work his way in. Chaac's ultimate is available, however, and that silence will be a big deal.
50% HP now. Game Hunter trying to zone out. Wolf of Elo Street's going to be forced to root him and look for the blink. Fire Giant going to be ticking down very, very shortly now. 40%. Getting into execute range in just a moment here. 42%. The damage has stalled out for now. There's the big silence from Wolf Fellowship. Maybe a little bit early. He's going to knock up one. Getting in position now. Flurry Q's going to go down, and TheNightsWatch steal away the Fire Giant. Wolf of Elo Street with the big hog to keep him in the game, and taking to the sky now is Zinder. He's going to be looking for the Game Hunter. Crashing down on top of him. Didn't matter. Already down to Carreño, but their Titan is down to 50% HP, and you see the pings coming out for the blue team. They want to go straight for the Titan.
I mean, they can at this point. There's really no way for them to do that. They're trying, but they have backs. They have people making sure they're defending the base. TheNightsWatch is still in this, and for me, 100% Wolf of Elo Street, one of the best Kumbhakarna ults.
They're going to try to dropship this.
Are they serious?
That's what the pings were. Blue team pushing all the way up the middle of the map there.
Are they
going to go for it, though?
I don't think they have the timing. Someone just backed as well. I mean, they're just going to try to defend it. I like that call. I thought it was... it's a really unique call, but they're going to try to burn this base down.
Through space and time. No, it's going. They're going to go deep.
They're going to go... Are you crazy?
They're going to go deep.
They're trying for it.
They're going to go deep.
He's walking over a ward, though.
They're going to... Oh, they're going to try
where's
to score...
Athena? Athena can ult as well.
They're going to try to score a touchdown.
There she is. She can actually defend the mid... They're doing gold here. Bart.
Look at him. Look at the pings. Look at the pings. They're calling for the gather on the right side.
He's acting like he's pushing. That's a bait.
Oh, this is it. Oh, they're going to go for it.
They're going to drop ship.
They're going to go for it.
Oh my God.
All in are the spicy waffles. Here we go.
They
right
have
into
the whole
base.
team.
But everyone's gone back on the side of the TheNightsWatch. They're ready for it. Oh, it's going to be a massacre inside the base. Can they stop it? Kumbhakarna's there.
Low.
The Titan's starting to get lower and lower.
Lower.
Is it going to fall on time? It will.
Destruction.
What a play. The spicy waffles take this one to 5 games. They go in deep, and even though the TheNightsWatch, they sniffed it out, they didn't have enough to stop them from taking that Titan out. What a play.
I have to assume the chat's blowing up off of that one. Absolutely beautiful calls. They used the fact that the Phoenix went down once again during the Fire Giant fight. The Titans stayed low because of how much damage the minions do, and they find an opportunity to properly use that dropship. I think the second time in like Smite history.
It's been used really effectively, yeah.
Brilliant.
Honestly, surprised they maybe didn't go a little earlier, right? I mean, like, that looked pretty easy for them.
That was awesome.
It was great.
Great, and now that's actually going to force a unicorn, right? Game 5 in a best of 5 is very, very rare, and especially coming back from 2-0, and this is something what we saw from Titan, right? But TheNightsWatch still has the advantage going into Game 3. Let's start with the first blood here and see how things started off.
Well, this play was really, really nice,
right?
as I recall.
The archers are doing a lot of damage.
Nope.
Pull. Right, now he gets away.
Yeah.
But he hits 5 off this. Watch, 1 creep.
And I'm level 5 now, and I'm going to walk directly into the tower.
And Game Hunter recognizes what happened, And he throws it. He tries to juke back.
Juke.
It's too late. That boulder hitbox is massive.
It is very, very large.
And with that, NQ wound up having such a huge effect over the game. Great rotations, not as much damage as rather Game Hunter with the Mystical Mail. Yeah. Great axes. But what it came down to is we saw Wolf of Elo Street with one of the best epic uppercuts I've ever seen, knocking him up and directly back down into that lava mud, actually taking out Flurry Q. Right? Yeah. They lose the Fire Giant, but they don't pressure hard enough off of it.
Yeah, went for the Gold Fury.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, they take it with the drop shot, and that takes us into game number 5. It's a win or go home situation. The next victory will take the team into the Pro League. Will it be the Night's Watch or the Spicy Waffles? Guys, we'll find out in just a few minutes as game number 5 gets underway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a short break.
Still want to be true. I can't dream.